What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Kicks, man, coming at you live from the 340. And hope you guys are all doing great, man. I am doing fantastic, cannot complain. Another day, another blessing. You guys see the title, so I don't gotta say much. We are going to be picking up another I don't want to say project, because I feel like project is like S15, like swap type shit. I would just say another little build. As of right now, there's no 100% guarantee that I'm buying the car. I still want to see it in person, obviously. I feel pretty confident this is the right one. I've been looking before I even sold the Drift Z, so you guys know me, man. I be having my shit planned out in the playbooks. Definitely going to be something a little different than what you guys are used to. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are going to be hyped for this one. It's going to be nice to have like a sidecar besides the 340 that's kind of normal, you know, that I could drive, you know, AC, everything. I feel like the one that I'm picking is probably the best one for the price range. I mean, the real reason I probably never bought one before is because I always felt like they were a little bit overpriced. And yeah, here we are now, and they're even more expensive. So I should have just bought one a long time ago. But you know, it is what it is. You live and learn. There was like maybe 4 that I was looking at, and one guy straight up just no reply. He had listed the car a week ago, so it wasn't like it was an old post. Hit him up like 3 or 4 times, no reply. So I was like, all right, then guess you don't want to sell the car. The other one was a salvage title. It just had really low miles and it looked really clean. I was like, I don't really want to salvage one though. So that one was kind of like, I just put that one like maybe for last. If the other ones don't work out, I'll think about it. The third one was a little bit far. I mean, it's still in SoCal, but he was pretty far. The car was really clean. It was like immaculate, damn near. So that brings me to the last one, and that's the one that I'm looking at right now. Honestly, everything had checked out with it. There was just a few things I didn't like about it. It's not crazy modded, but it definitely has a couple goodies. It has probably 2 or 3 things that I was already gonna put on the car. So I was like, man, the smarter buy honestly would be this one. Even though it might not be as clean, it has more stuff done to it. And yeah, man, I'm just gonna go from there. I'm gonna check the car out, and I mean, I'm obviously gonna let them know if I'm gonna buy it or not today. So I just really want to see it in person. And just, cars in pictures could be one thing, in person it could be like completely different. If it checks all my boxes in person, then I'm pretty down to pick it up today. Damn, motherfucker. So just got done seeing the car. I was just talking to the people for quite a while. We were actually talking for like an hour or 2. One of his buddies recognized me, and we just started chatting for a long ass time. So super cool people. But yeah, man, gave me the rundown on the car, and I was like, dude, I'll take it. Everything checks off. It's pretty clean. There's like minor things it needs. Something's wrong with like the axle or the diff, something in the rear end that needs to be checked out. But besides that, he's like, the car is 100. A few little dents that I can get pulled out here and there, but overall the car's pretty solid. Dude's had the car for 8 years. Must be kind of hard getting rid of it, bro. If you had a car for 8 years, that's for sure your baby. So yeah, man, we agreed on everything. He's gonna give me like a ton of stock parts as well, and I think they're gonna be dropping the car off later to me. So I'm pumped, man. I'm excited. Can't wait to show you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna love it.
72 hours later.
All right, guys, it is finally time to do the reveal on the new whip. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be stoked for this. If you haven't skipped the video yet and you absolutely have no idea what I got, say hello to my first Honda. Yo, boy Kicks finally did it, man. I finally hopped into a Honda. Damn, motherfucking bugs. You remember that reporter?
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death? The fuck is that? Shit!
I've always had a thing for S2Ks. Why did it take me so long to buy one? This falls into that category where it was like, for the money, I always felt like a Z was just better. Because these things have always been low-key overpriced, to me. I mean, obviously, within the last 5 years, the prices on these things have like skyrocketed. HRZ, back in that time, you can get one for like 8,000, 9,000. and you know, it's more horsepower. It just has more power potential with, you know, less modifications. I've just always been a Z guy. That's just where my heart has been. After I bought my first G35, you know, my dream car was pretty much a Nismo Z, and then my dream car after that was basically a GTR. So I'm just a Nissan guy, but I'm a huge Japanese guy in general. I love Japanese cars, and yeah, man, we finally did it. Pulled the trigger. Your boy is in an S2000. So I guess now you can call me S2 Kicks. I feel like there's so much to talk about, but we have so little time because, you know, I'm fighting the sunlight right now. It's about to get dark. But where do we start, man? This is a 04 S2000. So that is an AP2, the first year of the AP2. Trust me, guys, this was a hard battle to fight, choosing between AP1, AP2. I feel like, you know, all the diehard like S2000 enthusiasts are always gonna be like, oh, you know, AP1 or nothing. You know, that's the real GOAT. I mean, virtually it's almost the same car. It definitely would have been nice to get that 9K RPM, but you know, I just felt like with the AP2, you get a little bit more for your money. You know, the car's a lot more modern looking. I absolutely hate the headlights on the AP1. I'm not a huge fan of amber, and just that whole amber corner is just so ugly to me. I know people do like the clear conversion, but I just think that the AP2 headlights look better in general. Also, I believe that the AP2 rear tail lights look better as well. But just the overall design of the AP2, it's just more modern. Like I said, just, you know, the bumper is a little bit different. It just has a newer look to it. Even though the AP1s don't look outdated or they don't look like old cars, the AP2 just looks a little bit better in my opinion. And another reason why I wasn't really gunning for an AP1 is because all the clean AP1s are going for AP2 prices. So it's like, you just have to really want an AP1, like, I feel like, to buy in today's market. And especially me not being a Honda guy like that, it was hard for me to fork out the money for this car because, you know, like I said, back in the day, I always felt like they were kind of overpriced and just not really like worth the money. You know, I get it. It's the only coupe rear-wheel drive Honda that you can get, and they're never gonna make them like this again. So I understand the markup. I was looking pretty heavy, pretty much entire West Coast. I feel like I probably found one of the best deals on a clean title AP2 because these things easily are touching 25, 30 grand, bro, if they have low miles all day long. These cars are not cheap, and I don't think they're gonna get any cheaper. So if you guys want an S2K, I would probably hop on it soon. Before we lose the sunlight, let's do a quick walk around on the car. Honestly, it's pretty clean, man. It's not perfect, by no means, it is not perfect, but for an 04, the mileage that this thing has, I would say it's honestly pretty clean. The next video is basically gonna be like Back to the Future, because this is, I believe, like day 4 that I've had the car. I didn't film anything till day 2, and that's gonna be basically the next video. And I had my guy come out and basically pull out all the door dings that the car had. There was like 5 or 6 pretty decent door dings in this thing, and I had my guy come through and pull all those out, so you guys will see that in the next video. The only other thing that I did was I did a minor headlight restoration myself. I just bought this little kit from AutoZone, and honestly, it worked pretty damn good. They don't look that bad. I didn't think it would honestly come out this good. I'm not 100% satisfied with them, but I'll give them to my guys and have it like professionally like clear coated, and they'll be good at that point. But yeah, let's do a quick walk around. I'll show you guys all the flaws the car has. You know, I'm not that typical YouTuber that's gonna try to make everything look freaking perfect. It does have some small flaws, but it's nothing that we can't fix, guys. But like I said, overall, the body is really clean on the car. There's no like major damage on it. All the panels are intact, really not any major scratches. Pretty solid car. I mean, yeah, the lip and the front end has seen a few days, but it is still not bad. And if you guys know me, I'm not a big fan of silver cars. I don't really care for silver, so you guys already know I'm definitely wrapping this car. So obviously I didn't want to find an S2K with like shitty ass paint and just like bad condition. Just wanted something clean on the outside, clean on the inside. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it's something that can be improved pretty easily. And I think this was the winner, man. Super cool owner. Interior is not bad. I'm not gonna say that it's mint because it's not mint, but it is not bad. Interior is, honestly, I would give it like a 7 out of 10. So as you guys can see, the car is not stock. It does have a few modifications on it, but overall it is pretty stock. The first things first, obviously, the car is on wheels. It has the SBC RPF ones, which I love. Honestly, those are probably in my top 5 maybe wheels. I've always loved the SBC RPF ones, but honestly the wheels might stay. I know you guys are probably expecting me to put this thing on TEs, but I'm not gonna put TEs on it, trust me. The car is on coilovers. We have some good coilovers too. They are HKS, forget the exact model, I have to look again, but has really good coils on it. Obviously the car has a hard top. I believe this is a Mugen style, could be wrong on that, but we got the carbon top, which I absolutely love. Just got spotted by my boy in the Penske truck. He was like, he was about to stop and be like, yo, like clean S2K. Then he's like, I looked at your shoes and I looked at you, and he was like, fresh kicks? He was like, what are you doing? You bought an S2K? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna post it tomorrow. But yeah, we have the carbon hardtop on there. It's crazy because the mods that this car has was like stuff that I was already interested in. Like I was already gonna do it. Like I was already looking at probably doing RPF ones, SBC, same color. Obviously I was gonna do coils, and I definitely 100% wanted a hard top. The only thing is with this one, I do not have the soft top back there, which I kind of do want. It has a half cage, as you guys can see. Half cage, roll bar, whatever you want to call it. It's cool, I like it, don't get me wrong, it's pretty dope, but it does limit a little bit of the space that I have. This car is not the biggest car. I would say it's like a mix of a Miata and a A90 Supra. I feel like that's the best way to mix the size of this car. It's like, I'm like 5'11", 6 foot with my Jordans, so I'm barely fitting in this thing right now, like barely. So I'm 100% gonna be taking out the half cage and putting the soft top back in there. I do want to experience the drop top in this car. I feel like that's a major, you know, key factor of the enjoyment of this car. Even though you don't get a lot of power, you know, just having that option to hit the button, drop the top on a nice day like this, like I feel like that's a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Canyons, top down, music blasting, I just feel like it'll be a vibe. So I'm not always gonna rock the hard top. I'm definitely gonna like switch off. The hard top's pretty easy to take off. It's like 2 bolts on the top and there's like 3 bolts on each side. Surprisingly, the previous owner was able to give me a lot of the stock parts. So I do have the stock soft top. I think he gave me like suspension, all the interior panels. I'm gonna be putting all that stuff back. It's cool to have the cage in there if I'm doing, you know, some crazy shit or taking it to the track, but I really just want to have this car like full interior. So I'm 100% gonna be putting all the stock interior back and putting the soft top back in there. I will give you guys a look at the bay. I don't expect it to be all clean and shit. Imagine I just pop this as a fat ass turbo kit. You guys would be tripping. Nah, she's stock. Stock AF. But honestly, for 140,000 miles, the engine is really clean. No oil spots, all the hoses are in good shape. We have a coil rad radiator, so that's already upgraded. Yeah, man. NA boys. You guys are probably already thinking, bro, what are you gonna do to it? Are you gonna boost it? You're gonna build it? You're gonna turbo it? To be honest with you guys, I do not have any type of plans to boost this car. Me just buying this car, I'm finding out the hard way that shit for this car is not cheap. It's not cheap, bruh. So for my young followers out there, if you're planning on getting possibly an S2K for your first car, maybe reconsider that until your finances are a little bit better, because this car is not cheap to fix, bruh. Like, I had no idea that the parts for this thing were gonna be like triple the cost of the parts of my Z. So that brings me to, I guess you could say, the issue with the car, the reason why I did get it for a really good price. Although the car does run, I could drive it anywhere right now, but the car does need some work. Next video, I took it to my guys over at Rocket Garage just to confirm what was wrong with it. I pretty much already knew what was wrong with it, but I just wanted to confirm. The diff on the car is 100% going out. Everything drives normal. There's no like whining or clunking, but as you get to speed, like once you start hitting 30-40 miles an hour, you just start hearing this roaring from like the rear end. Maybe one of the teeth on the gears or something broke inside the diff or something like that. Not only that, one of my axles has a decent amount of play, so he said it's just possible it could just be because of the diff, why the axle has a lot of play, but it's possible I might need a new axle too. So I'm like, all right, whatever, new diff, it shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, would you guys believe how much the damn diffs are for this car? The average price for a used diff for an AP2, even AP1, about $1,000 bro for a used diff for these cars. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I was like, all right, well maybe, you know, I could just find someone to rebuild it maybe for like around the same price, and that way I have a better peace of mind, you know, a rebuilt one. So I took it to a shop that's pretty well known with S2Ks over here, and guess what these people quoted me to rebuild the diff on this car, bro. This place quoted me $2,100 to rebuild the diff, and that was not including if it needed a new LSD or new gears. And then he said it could range from $4,000 to $5,000 for a diff, bruh. That is not fully built for 1,000 horsepower. That is not no billet diff. That is just for like an OEM rebuild. I was like, holy shit. And you wanna know how much the axles are? OEM axle, $700 each. For one axle, bruh, $700. So anybody that you see driving an S2K, they a baller. They a baller or they're broke. It's one or the other, bro, because god damn, there's just no damn way. Like, I'm like, all right, you know, it's a Honda, bro. Like, this car should be hella cheap to build and, you know, fix shit. I was wrong, brother. I was wrong, brother. Prices for this car is like a damn NSX. By the time I post this video, the car still needs a diff. So I've looked on the used market like OfferUp, Facebook, and so far I've only found 2 AP diffs up north, and they want like $800 for them. And I'm like, dude, I'm not driving up north to pick up a diff. Like, I know I did it for some wheels before, but I don't know if I could do it for a diff. If anyone's watching this, if you guys are in SoCal, you got an AP2 04 plus diff for your boy, hook it up, bruh, hook it up. And also, man, with this car, I'm gonna be pretty open to like sponsors, and you know, I'm new in the Honda world. So yeah, man, if there's anyone out there that wants to work with the S2K, you guys want to do some crazy shit to it, or just some mediocre shit, and you're just looking to get your shop out there or your business, whatever, let me know, man. If you got some parts for the S2K, you want to plug me, you want to work together, just holla at me, man. Like I said, I'm new to the Honda world. My foot is not in the door yet, but it is now, because you know I'm S2 Kicks. So far, I like the driving position. I like the way the car feels. I like the interior. You know, it's a nice vibe being inside the car. It doesn't feel outdated. You guys seen the exterior, super clean, man. There's really no flaws. Like I said, I had my guy come through. He pulled all the little dents out, so you guys aren't seeing none of those. The fenders are a little fact. The guy did track this car a few times, so you know that meaty ass fitment. The fender is a little this one, I don't know, we might be able to reshape it and give it a more natural look so it doesn't look all baconed. This one though, this one's a little worse, and we found out it has some Bondo on there, so if I do mess with it, that shit just might crumble and like fall apart, and then I'm gonna be real fucked. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to fix them the best I can before I wrap the car. I'm not gonna take this thing really anywhere until I fix it. I don't want to take it on the freeway. I'm not taking it far from home. It just yeah, the diff sounds like that shit's gonna explode like any minute. I just wanted a sidecar that's kind of normal, not crazy built, or you know, have to worry about any like problems or anything like that. You know, just something reliable and that's still gonna be super fun, AC, something I could take out to the canyons, and just, you know, just a little vibe. I know these things aren't the fastest like straight line car, but I'm pretty sure this thing's gonna be a lot of fun in the canyons. Like I said, the thing has a wobbling damn near axle right now, so I'm not doing anything crazy in it, but I've hit a couple turns and like this thing just feels like it wants to go crazy. So I absolutely cannot wait to get this thing in the canyon and see how it actually really handles. Let's turn it on so you guys can see the exterior lights. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I kind of like the AP1 dash more just because it goes all the way across. The push to start, I think that is like legendary for this car's time. The digital speedo, push to start, I mean, bro, for its time, I feel like that was like crazy. Car is hella quiet, bro. This thing's so stock, it's not even funny. I need to change out the light bulbs. One of them is like a different color. I don't know what's going on. It's like going out or something. Should look hella ratchet. Oh shit, I haven't seen the lights since I cleared them up. Damn, they look way better. But yeah, this one's like a different temperature. Like this one over here is like a 6,000, and this one is like a 4,500. So yeah, it's definitely dark now. Like talked your guys' ears off. So I'll give you guys some revs, even though the car, it literally is bone stock. It don't sound like shit. This thing is quiet as hell, bro. I got Tesla exhaust on this shit. As you guys can see, there's not a lot of room in here. It is a decently small car, but I feel like that's what adds so much character to it. It just feels like a little go-kart, bro. And it's like, even not driving this car hard at all, just driving it around normal, super slow because of the diff, just the feel of it, it just feels hella cool being in here. So, you can't really hear nothing yet, but once I hit about 40 miles an hour, you guys will hear it. This shit just sounds like horrible. Can't tell from the video, if I'm being honest. So yeah, man, I feel like I can't really get the true like S2K experience until I actually, you know, fix the diff. Yeah, guys, I don't even want to drive this thing. Like, I just feel like I'm gonna be driving and that's just gonna explode. I can just tell already this car's gonna be so much fun in its normal form. And I know you guys are probably wondering, like, bro, I know he's putting a Tomei on it. Believe it or not, I might not. This car being a 4-cylinder, obviously you can make these things sound like complete shit if you just don't do a quality setup. And I'm exploring my options when it comes to exhaust, because I definitely want this thing to sound good and not like a ricer ass Honda. If I'm gonna be catless, I just feel like the Tomei is just too much. I've actually been looking at the J's Racing exhaust, and I think that one sounds a little bit better than the Tomei. I mean, I haven't heard both in person, but on video, it just seems like the J's Racing has more of an actual tone versus just being stupid fucking loud. So I might end up going with the J's Racing, even though I'm the Tomei god. I don't know how I feel about the Tomei on the 4-cylinder. I don't know, it's not boosted, so I gotta make this thing sound right, bro. I don't want it sounding like shit. It is so quiet though, bro, like I can't even hear anything. Pretty sad that my diff is louder than my exhaust right now. Well guys, here she is. Hope you guys like it. If you don't like it, you're gonna like it when I'm done. So far, I've been enjoying it, even though the car has some issues. It just feels like a really cool car. Like, being inside of it is a little vibe, I can't lie. So I really wanna get this thing fixed and just have some fun with it, man. See what this thing's all about. Drop some comments, let me know what you guys think down below. Are you a S2K fan or are you not a S2K fan? I'm real curious. I know a lot of y'all Honda people have been waiting for me to do it. It's been a long time. I know y'all been waiting. Definitely stay tuned. You already know I have more content coming with this car. Hopefully we get this thing fixed and running ASAP. Be sure to drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned and I'll catch you guys in the next one.